So will the price of Bitcoin get attracted towards this key line of support here to the downside before choosing a trend duration, or what kind of scenario should we expect next? Because if you look at the price structure in a different time frame using different scenarios, we are definitely being flashed with some interesting move, and that's exactly what we are going to talk in this video. But before I do that, please do me a favor and try that like button, and if you want to support me even further, a comment is always appreciated. Thank you very much. Now, if you look at this price action of Bitcoin in a daily time frame using MACD and RSI, because if you look at this daily MACD, this is definitely a sign of weakness. I mean, this is a bearish MACD cross. If we look at this RSI, the daily RSI is clearly flashing us a bearish divergence, while the price of Bitcoin here was forming this higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern. The RSI was forming lower highs, which means there is a divergence, a bearish divergence. And in the past price action, we know whenever we have witnessed this bearish divergence type of formation in Bitcoin, what has followed after that? A corrective move. And since this MACD is also flashing us weakness, maybe for the coming days, we should expect the price of Bitcoin showing some weakness, even getting attracted towards some key line before deciding the trend duration, because we know it is not just only this MACD RSI flashing us weakness in a daily time frame. Even if you look at this dead cat bounce here in a 4-hour time frame, I mean, I was very clear about this dead cat bounce on my previous video. If the price of Bitcoin fails to find support above 43,000 or fails to close the daily candle above 43,000, we should look at this as a bearish continuation pattern, a dead cat bounce type of formation. And now if we look at this price structure after showing a retracement in between 50-60%, you can see the price of Bitcoin has started to show weakness. And according to this dead cat bounce, we are going to follow the original trend duration, which in our case is clearly here to the downside. Yes guys, the price of Bitcoin looks like it could get attracted towards this key line of support here to the downside before deciding the trend duration, because we know parallelly even this bearish scenario is being flashed. I mean, this is a bear flag formation during a downtrend. You can see during a downtrend, the price has formed this bear flag type of formation. The upper trend line here acted as a line of resistance, lower trend line acted as a line of support. But in our case, when we broke below this trend line, when we broke below the support, we even got rejected while trying to re-enter inside it. This means now we have to be careful, because according to this bear flag formation as well, you can see 38,000 is where we could be heading in the medium short term. I mean, according to this dead cat bounce trading pattern, you can see 38,000 could be on the line. And now even according to this bear flag formation, 38,000 could be on the line. I'm not saying we are going to see a drop like this, right? There could be more of a range bound price slowly getting attracted towards the price opportunity, because we know parallelly, not just only this bear flag, not just only this dead cat bounce trading pattern, even this symmetrical triangle is flashing us weakness. Because if you look at this example here on the right hand side, this symmetrical triangle has broken the lower trend line, which is clearly signaling us weakness for the coming days. I mean, you can see in the past price action, finding support at this lower trend line resulted in a very nice move, but in our case this time we have failed. So what I'm actually expecting, a similar move just like as shown here in an example. I mean, the price of Bitcoin showing some weakness, right, getting attracted here to the downside before starting with our new impulsive move. So that's why 38,000 also, according to this symmetrical triangle, is going to be looked as our price opportunity for the coming days. And if the price of Bitcoin wants to invalidate this bearish scenario, we definitely want to find proper support above 43,000 at any cost, because right now we are exactly at this monthly R2 line. This line will be acting as a line of support, but please be careful, because if we lose support, which we have around 41,000 from this monthly R2 line, then the next support is this monthly R1 line, and even the December CPR could be retested, which sits around 37,000, 36,000 range. Yes guys, this December CPR will also be looked as our upcoming target if we lose the support which we have around 41,000 here in the medium short term, because we know even if the price of Bitcoin starts showing weakness, gets attracted around 37,000, 38,000, what I want you guys to look at is this indicators, because you know these indicators are definitely going to be acting as a line of support, which means this Williams alligator indicator starts coiling up. I mean, if the price of Bitcoin starts showing weakness, getting attracted towards the 38,000, right, towards this lower band, which will indicate coiling up from this Williams alligator indicator. You can see coiling up from Williams alligator indicator also signals incoming volatility, because whenever we have seen during an uptrend a scenario like this, you can see coiling up from Williams alligator indicator usually signals incoming volatility. So we are expecting a similar coiling up just like here from the past price action, because we know along with this Williams alligator, even CryptoAnup Platinum indicator will be acting as a line of support. Yes, this green line or green band will be acting as a line of support around 38,000 range. So any sort of a pullback will be looked as a temporary pullback for Bitcoin. But if the worst case scenario plays out, I mean, price of Bitcoin, right, getting attracted towards this key line of support in a bigger frame which sits around 30,000, 32,000 range, then that will be our worst case target. But even if the worst case target plays out, just like here from the past price action, we have said it is going to be just a temporary pullback. Price could be forming a double bottom type of formation before breaking it to the upside. Yes, guys, even in a bigger picture, any sort of a pullback will be looked as a temporary pullback. And even according to this ideal buy for investor from Stan Weinstein, I shared this on my previous video where I showed you any sort of a pullback, this 30-week moving average will also be acting as a line of support. And we are also expecting the price of Bitcoin to show a move like this, because this is exactly what is flashed in our example as well. It's not going to be a straight move here to the upside. We will see more of a range bound or so-called higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern type of formation before continuing our rally, because in that case, any sort of a pullback will be looked as a temporary pullback, even if the worst case scenario plays out. I mean, price getting attracted around this 30,000 range, it is going to be looked as a temporary pullback. And after that, we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to start with this new impulsive move. And right now, even if we look at this dominant chart, I mean Bitcoin dominance chart, Bitcoin dominance is slowly getting stronger, which means the upcoming days, if alts are going to bleed 10%, 15%, I think the dominance is going to get higher. And we are expecting Bitcoin dominance to get attracted around this 58 to 60%. And if the price of Bitcoin starts showing with another corrective move, getting attracted towards this worst case price target, that means alts are going to bleed even more, which will push the dominance even further around this 58 to 60%. And only after that, we could see some more consolidation like this. But until then, I think Bitcoin is going to remain strong. So these were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. Guys, if you haven't destroyed that like button, then please do it right now. If you want to support me, then you know a comment is always appreciated. And also, if you are unaware about these free bonuses available for you guys, then please check the video description, because Bybit is giving around 30,000 in deposit bonus, Phemex around 6,000, OKX around 50,000 in reward. So these are all free money available for you. Please check the video description. So guys, this is all for today. Until next time, bye bye.